3 years. It has been 3 years since I actively started to play Realm again. To put that into perspective, remember when the Undead Lair and Abyss of Demons got reworked to look better? Yeah, I stopped playing before that was finished. Why the Night is stupid? Yeah, that was 6 years ago. Is the Night still stupid? Kinda. But it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. But Escuchan exists, so yeah. To those of you that have still been playing, you might have noticed me around the realm and caught me playing again recently. Typically I'll get the question, are you real, or are you the real YinYarn? And the answer is, no. The answer is yes. Yes. yes, it is the real me. Sometimes I like to just screw around and say stuff like, just a fan, but I'm just messing around. I promise, it's the real me. If the name is spelled YinYarn, then yeah, you've got the right guy. So you might be wondering what I'm doing back and playing. Well, I said years ago on my leaving video that if I saw enough change, then I would come back. And if the fun was there again, I'd be active again. And for the most part, that's happened. Back then, I also left on some sour notes. I talked about the God Pets video, which really I didn't need to bring up. That did not need to happen. I was just upset at the time, but looking back on it, the standard God sprites were already in the game, and it only made sense that they made many versions of them. There was no reason for them to credit me for something like that, and contrary to strangely popular belief, I did not leave the game just because I didn't get accepted into the YouTube partnership program. That would have been super petty, but people just really like to believe that that was the reason, even though I said that wasn't the case in like 20 different ways. But yeah, for the current positives going for the game, the community is still active, pets got nerfed so they're not healing you constantly, you actually have to dodge, dungeons got reworked, new dungeons came out, the game feels smoother to play, you can store potions in their own little potion storage section in your vault now. I especially love the Moonlight Village because it's strictly a test of your dodging skills and you can't just be carried through the whole thing like with other dungeons. Like the ones where you have massive groups healing you the entire time. I like that sort of thing because the dungeon never makes you feel like you know you're going to complete it every single time. Like this dungeon feels like a real challenge. Shiny items exist, which is great because it gives you an extra thing to look forward to. It's a reason to run some dungeons you might not normally do, though it shouldn't be only for seasonal characters, I will say that. Now keep in mind with all these good changes and reasons I've enjoyed coming back, there's still negatives that have carried over from the past that haven't exactly been fixed. Like the an existing connection problem still happens, and even more so on specific classes. Summoner's a big one. I feel like I was getting it often when using the mechanical mace. For some reason, if your vault is big enough and you scroll all the way down in it, your game will lag while you're still in the vault. Another one is that bosses still love to have egregiously long invulnerability timers and it slows down gameplay a lot. The fact that you still only get 8 inventory slots by default really sucks because a lot of the time you have a couple swap outs and that only leaves around 5 or 6 spots to hold loot, and most of that space is taken by stat pots you find, and most of the time you'll need to swap pots for other pots or items. Discords are still way too prevalent in this game. Like, I don't want to go join a Discord to run a dungeon and listen to an RL talk about their fetishes as they're eating their mic or telling the people in the run to do the same thing they've been doing over and over again. It just starts to feel like chores, and it killed the fun of the game for me back in the day and caused me some major burnout. I'm happy to say I no longer use Discords at all and only play by myself or with friends, and the game has felt way more fun since. Like, getting loot is cool, but not when it's at the expense of my own enjoyment. Some dungeons take way too long, the loot box system when you're spinning for items or keys using Realm Gold is still drastically not in your favor. There's still no system set in place to trade items while you're out playing the game, and instead you have to sit in a server just to trade, which completely halts gameplay. Petrify and Paralyze still exist in the game. That's another big problem. But yeah, that's just a few things I could think of, but man, the game needs to get this stuff squared away, like, soon. Even with all of it though, I still have been enjoying the game. Building back up and playing the new seasonal mode along with experiencing all this new stuff, it's been pretty dang fun. I know not many of the older YouTubers still play. GHCD got launched out of a cannon. Bakiri got lost in Labyrinth Zone. Nidawig finally found his wig. So, yeah, I'm kidding, of course. They're all doing fine. They're just doing other things. But yeah, if you see me in game, feel free to chat. I typically try to get to all my PMs, but Realm is a game where you're running or fighting a lot, so if I miss the message, please don't take it personally. I'm just trying to stay alive. Yeah, it's good to see you guys again. I know I never died, but it kind of felt like I was dead there for a while there. I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things here soon, but anyways, yeah, I'll see you boys and sweaty boys around. Just don't think about me, because I'll know if you are. Yeah, I'll see you Bubsy the Bobcats around. Have fun. Peace.